And today finds me in what's called a climax forest of beech and maple trees. This is at the Fort Ancient State Memorial in Warren County, Ohio. And this has been in public ownership for many, many generations, and that has allowed these trees to reach their maturity and the forest to reach its maturity too. This is what you end up with if the forest does not get bothered by human activity or, in some cases, natural disasters like tornadoes or ice storms or windstorms. Got a very large sugar maple tree here reaching to the sky. It's about 2 feet in diameter. And many, many American beech trees in this grove. There's dozens of them, and a lot of them are very large. I picked this one in particular because this is probably the largest one I've seen today. I've got a hiking stick here that's 3 feet long. And let's see if we can get it to stay still here. Well, the hiking stick's on the ground there. And this tree is at least 3 feet across, probably more than that. Probably closer to 4 feet. And as these beech trees get older and really well established, they get that almost looks like legs at the bottom. And it's a shallow rooted tree, so those roots are going out but not down. And when they blow down, you can see that. And this guy is just heading to the sky, and the branches fan out in a beautiful pattern. But also, these trees, they kind of know, I guess this guy knows his days are numbered, and he's already started to send up some root sprouts, he or she. So what I have here is almost like the offspring of this tree. This 6-inch diameter root sprout has come up off the root stock of this tree. And there's several more right here that have done the same. There's one right there. So what beech trees often do is what's called vegetative reproduction. Instead of growing a new tree from seed, they sprout up from the roots. And when the larger tree falls down, often the root sprouts will take its place, and it's actually still the same tree genetically. And just to show you what can happen to these trees, they often get hollow and they do fall down from the rot of the heartwood on the inside. There's a pretty big cavity right here going into the center of the tree. So the heartwood, or the dead wood part of the tree, has decayed, and that will make the tree much more susceptible to blowing down or falling down from windstorms or snowstorms or tornadoes or ice storms. And again, more of these root sprouts. These are all sprouts of this same tree growing up from the roots that spread out underground. So there's an American beech. This is its winter appearance, which isn't much different than the summer appearance, except there's no leaves, obviously. So as you're hiking, you'll see a smooth bark tree in the summer or winter, but in the winter it's even more pronounced because there's nothing else to catch your attention except the beautiful light gray bark. And I did do a segment on the fruits or nuts, but since I found one here, let's review that. We've got a beech nut pod here. It's got little spikes around it. Probably wouldn't be too easy to swallow, but if you crack it open or peel it open, there's 2 little triangular nuts inside. They're not much bigger than a dime, and they are edible. Sometimes they dry out and there isn't much inside the nut. But if you can find a good one, they're very edible. You don't have to roast them. They taste fine, almost like a cashew or an almond. Probably closer to the taste of an almond. So here's your American beech with root sprouts in a mature beech maple forest with winter appearance.